All right, let's jump right in. We're talking about algorithmic trading today. And trust me, it's a total game changer in the world of finance. Think about it. Using technology to trade faster, sharper, and with way more potential than a human ever could. It's kind of like giving a trader a super-powered partner who operates at the speed of light. This quote really nails it. The market, it's not just a bunch of random chaos. It's like a complex dance full of data and hidden chances. In algorithmic trading, that's basically about teaching a computer how to hear the music of that dance and then act on its secrets before anyone else even knows the song has started. So, what if you could learn the moves to that dance? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to break it all down and give you the keys to understanding how this amazing technology actually works. Ready? Let's get into it. Okay, so to really get why these algorithms are such a big deal, we've got to start with a problem, a huge challenge that every single human trader runs into. It's something we call the trader's dilemma. Think about it. On one side, you've got us, the human trader. We get tired, right? We get emotional. We make mistakes, especially when things get crazy. And then on the other side, you've got the market, a nonstop 24/7 hurricane of data moving at mind-boggling speeds. I mean, when milliseconds can make or break a trade, that's a pretty unfair fight for any person. So, what's the answer to this dilemma? Well, this is where the algorithm steps in. It's the modern trader's secret weapon, their most powerful partner, for sure. First up, and this one's a biggie, superhuman speed. We're talking about a level of speed that's just not humanly possible. These algorithms can execute trades in a flash, grabbing tiny opportunities in chaotic markets before a person could even process what just happened. And then there's accuracy. You know how easy it is to make a typo, a fat finger error? That one tiny slip-up can cost a fortune in trading. Well, algorithms, they get rid of that risk completely. They just do what they're told, exactly as they're told every single time. No mistakes. But honestly, this might be the most important advantage of all, taking emotion out of the equation. Fear, greed, that rush of panic. It's the Achilles heel for so many traders, right? It leads to bad, impulsive calls. But algorithms, they don't feel a thing. They're all about pure logic and cold, hard data. That means more discipline and way more consistent results. Oh, and it doesn't even stop there. We're also talking about saving money, because you don't need someone watching the screen every second. Plus, you can trade in tons of different markets all at once, diversifying your approach. And get this, you can run super complex strategies, even using things like AI and machine learning to change on the fly as the market shifts. Okay, so algorithms are clearly the answer. But how do you actually build one? What's the tool for the job? Well, for a huge number of people in finance, the weapon of choice is a programming language you've probably heard of, Python. Yeah, Python has pretty much become the go-to for this stuff, and for some really good reasons. First, its code is just clean and easy to read, which makes it way less scary for beginners to pick up. But don't let that fool you. It's also an absolute powerhouse, totally capable of handling really complex trading strategies and crunching massive amounts of data without breaking a sweat. But the real magic of Python? It's all the extra tools you get with it. These things called libraries. It's like having a specialized toolkit for finance. You've got NumPy for all the heavy-duty math, Pandas, which is amazing for sorting and analyzing financial data, and Matplotlib to actually see what the market is doing, to visualize those patterns and trends. So we've got our tool, Python. Now what? How do we actually go from a bunch of raw data and lines of code to a real working trading strategy? Well, it all boils down to a pretty clear step-by-step process. Basically, it's a 4-step journey from an idea in your head to a trade on the market. Step 1, you get the data, both old data and what's happening right now. Step 2, you dig through that data, looking for patterns, for little glimmers of opportunity. Step 3, you turn that strategy into actual code. And step 4, and this is the one you never, ever skip, you backtest it. So what is backtesting? Think of it like a simulator or a safety net. It's where you take your shiny new strategy and run it against old market data to see how it would have done in the past. It's the absolute best way to tweak your algorithm, find its weaknesses, and make it better, all before you risk even 1 cent of real money. Okay, let's pause for a second. As amazing as all this sounds, this isn't a magic money-making machine. Not at all. Algorithmic trading has its own very real risks. You're basically at the intersection of finance and tech, and you got to be ready for the curveballs that both of those worlds can throw at you. So you've got to be on the lookout for a few key challenges. First, there's the danger of trusting your backtesting too much. It's like trying to drive a car forward by only looking in the rearview mirror. What worked in the past isn't guaranteed to work tomorrow. Then, you have tech failures. A server dies, a bug in your code, boom, disaster. And finally, there's this thing called slippage, where just by making a big trade, you yourself can actually move the market price against you. Tricky stuff.
And that really brings us to the main point here. Being good at this isn't about finding some perfect risk-free strategy, because that doesn't exist. It's about building a solid system, knowing what the risks are, and having backup plans. Being smart, being able to adapt, that's what really separates the successful traders from the rest.
So, here we are, right back where we started. Algorithmic trading gives you this incredibly powerful way to listen in on the market's secrets. The only question left is, now that you know how to hear the rhythm, what are you going to do with it? What opportunities are you going to find?